Hey guys, welcome back to the Giovanni Show. Today we have on Sam from Babes on Broad. What is up, Sam?
Hey, Gio, thank you so much for having me on. It's such a fun time in Philly sports.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had you on, and I know you are one of the biggest Phillies fans that I know, so I was
Oh,
super excited to have.
got it on right now.
Yeah. Um, so the Phils had a rough loss last night, the no-hitter. What do they need to fix it tonight in Philly?
So I think it is going to be a completely different story tonight. It has to be. It's their last game at home for the entire season, no matter what happens, whether they win in Houston or not. So I think that'll play into it. And I think the crowd's going to come out electric. It's just really frustrating in the fact that they went from setting a record or tying the record with the most home runs the night before, and then being the second team ever to have no hits in a World Series game. So it's literally such a Philadelphia thing that we've seen. And the rest of the world just gets to know the pain of a Philadelphia fan and the inconsistency. But I do think tonight it's a completely different game. What's his name? Javier was just amazing last night, and he was really good. Same thing kind of happened when he pitched in the NLCS when they played the Yankees. So I mean, he threw a shutout in that game as well. He's just really good. I'm kind of confused why they had him as their game 4 starter and not higher up in that rotation because I would, because he looks like he's got the good stuff. But yeah, just inconsistency, I think, and hope that it's going to be a different story tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I think that Schwarber is gonna hit some bombs tonight. Me personally.
I do like Schwarber to hit some bombs tonight. That could have changed the game too. The controversial call last night about if it was foul or not. I personally thought it was, but I do see the people saying that it just barely got the corner of the bag.
Yeah. I love watching Kyle Schwarber in the postseason. It's just so fun. So I can't wait to watch him tonight. Tonight, actually, Eagles versus Texans and Phillies versus Houston. And it's just like this has been set up so perfectly. It's just wild to see this. It's such a Philly thing that this is happening. And on the same night, just a lot of Philly sports, and I'm just here for it.
Yeah, no, it's so exciting. And I'm kind of happy that the Eagles are doing as well as they are, and they're playing possibly most likely the worst team in the NFL. So it's not as big if you miss something in that game. Obviously, football's faster paced, so it's going to be easier to probably keep your eye on that for at least the beginning of that game and then just check over every like once a minute or so to a baseball game. But yeah, I mean, it's super exciting. Both teams obviously are doing fantastic. Who would have thought that? But what's your setup going to look like tonight? What's your TV? You got one on the TV, one on a laptop. You got two TVs.
Yeah, so the laptop that I'm recording on right now is gonna have the Phillies game on the coffee table, and then the big TV is gonna have the Eagles on, and we're just gonna chill out. I think we got Chinese food, and Riggs just had his surgery. He got fixed today, so we're just gonna lay around with him and watch some Philly sports.
Oh, that's the best, man. I saw that on your mom's Twitter. Is he the best? He looks like just the most cuddly big guy ever.
Yeah, he came out of surgery today, and we're like, all right, he's gonna be a little bit groggy. Don't like overwhelm him. He came up to us and he was jumping, like legitimately jumping up on us. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's how you know he loves you guys.
Yeah,
Perfect part of the family.
yeah. Do you have a score prediction for this Eagles game? I think it's gonna be like a 46-7 game.
Yeah, so I always get stuck on because I think it's going to be a huge margin, right? I feel like everybody thinks that, but I always get stuck on what I think they're going to end up with because we're going to put in our backups most of the time, like we saw last week, how like majority of the fourth quarter was played by our second string. So I always get lost on what I think they're going to get or do, but tonight I feel like Houston's just so bad. Our second stringers are going to do really well on them. So let's go 42-9.
Oh my gosh, that
Yeah.
would be wild. I'm here for it. Like maybe rest Jalen Hurts for like half of a quarter. That would be nice.
Well, that's the thing that's tough too. It's like obviously you want to get these guys rest. You don't want to keep them out there with the potential to get hurt. But then they don't play until the following Monday night because they're on Monday Night Football. So they have like 10 days rest. It's almost like a second bye week for them. So I don't know how much rest you want to give them if it's not, I mean, it will be needed, but so that might play a factor. I wonder what Sirianni's going to do in that fact.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Who's your favorite Phil to see in the off season so far?
My favorite Philly. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Ooh. Let's see. I guess I love JT Realmuto because he's the best catcher in baseball. So I love, love, love him. But I think I relate more, as most Philly people would say, with Bryce Harper. So it's tough though, because then there's also the daycare that you love. So I really just love all of this team. But if I had to choose one, I'm gonna go Bryce. I feel like I'd get along with him.
That's the MVP.
Oh, 100%.
He's wild. I love seeing him out there just as the designated hitter, like every night, just like out there hitting nukes. Like it's just kind of fun to see him out there just hitting balls for. He's just like chilling out on the bench, comes out, hits a home run, goes back.
Well, that's why it's awesome too, because he's still like the leader of the team. And he quite literally is only the DH. Like, where else have you ever seen a DH have that much pull and leadership on a team? It's insane. It's just a testament to him.
Yeah, and I feel like every Philadelphia team kind of needs a guy like Bryce Harper, Jason Kelsey, Joel Embiid. So he is definitely like I cannot wait for us to win this World Series and see his outfit in the parade.
Oh, it's going to be so amazing.
He has the beard. He could potentially rock the Mummer outfit. So
it wouldn't surprise me because he does rap in and he's like so like good with knowing past like huge Philadelphia iconic moments. So it wouldn't shock me. But I know you have school and obviously you're in Indy now. Is there any chance you would come back for the parade?
Oh, I don't know. I've been talking to my mom. I was like, Mom, this is history, a few days of school, go back to Philly for a few days. But I don't know what her thought process is, but I'm trying to get back there.
Keep sweet talking her, Gio.
Yeah. What is your favorite Eagle this season to watch?
So to watch, I mean, it has to be Jalen because I was never against Jalen Hurts, but I always was kind of hesitant because I didn't know if he was truly going to reach the potential we all thought he could. Because there were major things that we saw that he needed to progress in, and such things as like his arm strength. I was worried about how much he could build that up, his accuracy. He always had the leadership, but just his actual athletic performance and what he displays on the field this season is absolutely astounding to have that much growth in that short amount of time. And we're seeing it pay off for the Eagles. So I would have to say he's definitely the most fun to watch. Obviously, I also love A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, those guys. But yeah, Jalen's definitely the top one.
Yeah. I love seeing the development of the QB1,
Yeah.
Really great to see just him keep his calm composure every game. The guy's face has stayed the same throughout this entire season, and it's just great to see. I gotta pick my favorite player to watch this season. It's gotta be anyone from the Eagles secondary. You got guys like Darius Slay, James Bradbury, C.J. Gardner Johnson. It's just crazy to see these guys go out there and just have some fun.
Yeah, and they're fun to watch because when they do get their interceptions and big plays, like they celebrate and they're fun to see how excited they are because it just translates through the TV.
Yeah, they just the way that this team has embraced the city too. It's just nothing like playing in Philly.
It really feels like 2017, 2018. And it's so cool. I noticed this at the beginning of the Phillies run. is that Super Bowl team obviously had Dreams and Nightmares, their anthem. And then you have this Phillies team who has Dancing on My Own as their anthem. And it's just cool to see that Philly, it just seems like you need a seasonal or a postseason anthem and it'll just carry you along. And then you're seeing that too. And just like from in the background of post press conferences and stuff with the Eagles, that they're just vibing, dancing in the clubhouse. And that's what you love to see, or locker room for football, I guess it is. Still in baseball mind. But yeah, it's so fun. They're just enjoying themselves and it makes it so fun for the city.
Yeah. And just it the 2017 season we were the underdogs, and this season we're still kind of the underdogs because everybody's still sleeping even though we're 7-0. Like, it makes no sense. I'm just so excited for the Eagles to go 8-0 tonight.
Yeah, we definitely are the underdog, and it's because the NFC East is as good as they are. So I think everybody just has that natural hate against Philadelphia, right? So I feel like everybody is just like waiting for us to fall off, and then the Cowboys and the Giants, who aren't far behind because they're overperforming this year, they're just waiting for them to take over. But Philly will show them, Gia.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that the big mind changer is gonna be like when we play Dallas for the second time and Dak Prescott's back, and they don't have anything to whine about anymore. So we're gonna go in there and prove our point. So
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be the best Christmas present ever. And it is frustrating, like you said, people are still whining. When you look at the NFC East and the other top teams in the NFC East behind us, the Vikings are right behind us and we absolutely demolished them. So it's like, what more do we need to do? So hopefully that Cowboys game, they can prove themselves again. But it's not the worst thing. Let people doubt us. We'll win it all again and show them that way.
I think it's gonna be like a Bills Eagles Super Bowl. That would
I
be
would love that. I would absolutely love that. I like Kansas City too, just because Andy Reid, and I think they're a good program. So I wouldn't mind that either, but Bills Eagles would be the best matchup in a Super Bowl ever.
just the fan bases coming together, like Bills Mafia with the tables, putting each other through the tables, and then the Eagles, just rowdy fans, just would be the best.
It would be incredible. And it's in Arizona, so both places would be able to escape the cold and go down to the heat. So it would just be insane there. And it's going to be super crowded. I know that.
Yeah. Um, so is there any game this year that you think that the Eagles might not have a chance of winning, or you think they'll struggle with?
So I don't know if there's any that specifically stands out besides a division rival. Those ones you always got to be worried about. Washington's kind of not the best this year. So I don't know if I would be panicked about them on Monday night, but just we still have two times to face the Giants. And then we also have, as we mentioned earlier, the Cowboys on New Year's Eve in Dallas. So those games always make me nervous, and they are better than a lot of teams we face this year. So it wouldn't surprise me if we lose, if we split with New York. And then if we did lose to Dallas, I don't think it would be an absolute big deal. Obviously, we don't want that to happen, but I don't think it would really affect this team. So those ones make me nervous. The rest of them, it's just kind of like, it's that anticipation. Nobody actually scares me. It's that anticipation of when we're going to get our first loss, you know? It wouldn't surprise me. I think it's like December 4th or December 11th. We have the Giants. That could be the first loss right there, just because they would absolutely love to hand us our first one.
Yeah, and the Giants are a pretty complete team if you're looking at the NFL or the NFC East this year. So they're definitely our biggest competitor. So that's gonna be a good matchup. I'm not
Oh, for
scared of the
sure.
Cowboys. I'm not scared of the Commanders. So I think we're all right there. But definitely the Cowboys. I think we're gonna go 16-1 this year.
That's going to be amazing. I think I predicted 13-3, not thinking about how it's 17 games. So I guess that would make it like 13-4, or maybe I would go 14-3. But everybody, I remember at the beginning of the season saying I was absolutely insane with that prediction. And now I'm going to be wrong for the right reasons, it looks like, because we're going to have more than 13 or 14 wins, hopefully.
I was saying this in the spring after I got to talk to Howie Roseman about linebackers at the NFL Combine. I said 14-3 is going to be our record. So hopefully we do better than that.
Yeah, if we do better than that, I would be happy if it was 14-3.
Yeah.
And that could very well be it too. You think about it. If we lose to the Giants and then just have another loss, but then towards the end of the season, I think the Giants are our last game. So it might even be that we lose both to the Giants if they do hand us our first loss, just for the fact that why would we want to get hurt before we're going into the playoffs, you know? So situational like that, it could be 14-3. The talent wise, if they played every single game to their full ability, I don't think would be 14-3. But we might be right.
Yeah. I'm so excited for both these games tonight. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Oh, thanks for having me, Gio. You're a superstar now. It's so cool that I know you would never forget me, but it's cool to have you reach out and have me back on the show.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.